CBS4 first shared the news about the struggle to get water to those firefighters during the Marshall Fire. The power to Superior's water treatment plant had been knocked out and a backup generator had burned. Well, now we are learning more about how their neighbors in Louisville put it all on the line to help out. Karen Morfitt reporting for us tonight. And Karen, you talked with some of the staff who said they really went into the path of the fire.
Yeah, Karen, while Superior was the immediate threat, the fire came dangerously close to this plant here in Louisville. You can see behind me this tree halfway burned from the ground up. Despite that risk, the staff came back here during the fire, started pushing their water over to their neighbors. Little did they know that was just going to be the start of their fight. While fire crews battled the growing Marshall Fire, a fight behind the scenes was underway.
If we couldn't keep the water flowing and keep it at levels that it needed to be, then there was no fight.
Kurt Kowar is the Director of Public Works in Louisville. His water treatment team went into action after learning their neighbors in Superior had lost power and their access to water was dwindling.
Power lines down everywhere. It was insane to get here, and then of course the wind was intense at that point.
Greg Vanette, the chief water plant operator with colleague Jeff Owens, went into the fire's path to get water flowing again, manually.
One of the power poles was on fire, and then it was also swinging in the wind pretty hard, and maybe 15 feet away from there it was one of the valves that we had to open.
Having lost communication to their own tanks, they then went to visually check on what was left, climbing a 20-foot tower in hurricane-force winds.
Then I had to belly crawl to the hatch so that I could look down into the hatch to check our water level.
Roughly 2 feet was left.
We were getting very close to running out of water.
We just kind of went into fast, quick decision making of opening raw water valves.
At the same time, another team member, Corey Peterson, was working to get their power up and running, bringing in tanks of natural gas to the plant as homes across the street were lost.
Anytime you have an explosive material and you're next to fire, that certainly gets your excitement level up.
Still, levels didn't rise nearly enough.
Each one of these burned properties, the issues that they're having is water is now just gushing out of each one of these burned properties.
Shane Mahan and 3 others spent the rest of the night going home to home, turning water off as they could, ensuring fire crews never lost pressure.
That was our main goal, was to try and help the firefighters.
Now, the efforts from this Louisville water treatment plant crew was a topic of the president's speech when he came here to tour some of the destruction, and we asked about that today. They said, they were simply doing their job. We're live tonight in Louisville. Karen Morfitt covering Colorado First.
And Karen, what a job they did. Coloradans can now get KN